Hi friends, how are you all doing? Hope you all are happy and healthy. Today I am here to talk about compensation management as well as performance appraisal. So with the pandemic going on and we are working from home for more than 1.5 years now, managers are finding new ways how to handle performance appraisal of their team as well as the compensation management. Hats off to the employees. I must say big credit goes to the employees for being so productive and handling this situation, working from home with lot of things going on in and around the house. It's not being easy, but people are so productive, and the productivity have not reduced during this time. Um, that being said, the focus of the employers now is more on the end products, and less on how our employees are getting there. That's a very positive development where employers are focusing on the results rather than the attendance. That being said, I'm very excited and privileged to introduce you to one of the very talented and multifaceted personality, Dr. Dewakar Goel. He has written a book on performance appraisal and compensation management. He is being authored of 20 books which are written in different languages and on different topics. Um, Dr. Goel is a science and law graduate, as well as he holds an MBA and a PhD in management. Um, he has held the position of the executive director of Airport Authority of India, as well as director of Indian Aviation Academy. Presently, he is the chairman of Aero Academy of Aviation Science and Management. He is also a member of the advisory board and academic council of many universities. So let us go and check with Dr. Goel his feedback and some tips on performance appraisal and compensation management. So Dr. Goel, I would like to know, and I think it will be helpful for the viewers to know the concept of performance appraisal and why it is important.
Good morning to my friends in US. I am from India. It is night here, but I have to say good morning to all of you. And a very good question when you talk about performance appraisal. Performance appraisal, basically this word has got two things, performance and then appraisal. So we have to understand in the context of what we know about performance and what is appraisal, these two words. And I will be talking about performance appraisal in the context of working life. Otherwise, appraisal is everywhere in our personal life also. You appraise the things. We all need in our life, whether personal life, official life, otherwise, how we are doing. Evaluate our own thing. It goes to the extent of our personal relationships also, and when it comes to the working life as a professional, it's very necessary that we know that how we are performing and who are the persons who are evaluating the performance. And this appraisal starts from the day one when a person joins the organization. Even prior to joining, the appraisal comes in the form of your selection techniques, your interview, your whatever mode of selection you are appearing for the organization. And if I go back to at least 150 years back, the concept started with the basic objective in the defense forces across the world. Because in the defense forces, they wanted the persons to be promoted to take the position at the higher level. So they had certain parameters. That what are the parameters in the defense forces? We should evaluate the force so that we can promote the people, give them the high rank on the basis of how they have performed on different things. So this concept started from the defense, right from the First World War to Second World War. And when I'm talking about the management concept, now it started, I can say around 50s, 1954, I can say, was the year when the things came about management by objective. Then the various experts, they researched on it and on human behavior in Europe and other countries also. And they came out that this is a process which is not so simple as we say in the working life. Because basically, in the organization, the most important thing is objective of the organization. What is the objective? What we want? When we recruit a person, we create foundation of competencies. And that foundation of competencies, it is on the basis of our own creation, job description, job specification, the selection criteria. We take the people, we have the induction process. And where we appraise the performance of a person in the entire induction process. And we take best from the market for our organization, keeping in view that we are creating the foundation of competencies. It means whatever the competencies were required to perform a particular job, we have got the people with that competence. Now question comes, when he got people, all people are never alike. Maybe the organization is the same, the job is the same, everything, infrastructure is the same, but the people are different. Their motivational level is different, their aptitude is different, their attitude is different, their way of grasping is different, and their way of working is different. There are all kinds of differences are there, though the organization is one. So there comes the question, how to generate the expertise. And again the question comes of appraisal. Out of the foundation of competencies what we have created, we see who is the person who can be assigned a particular job. We are assigned the roles. Now we have got different roles. So we generate the expertise from the available competency level what we have got, and that also is decided on the basis of appraisal. Now comes the question, why appraisal? And what is the evaluation? And what can be the techniques for this? Now I tell you that basically in the organization, what is the Bible? The Bible is optimum utilization of available human resource in order to achieve organizational objective and to pay related to performance. Now this is the Bible. It is there for every manager in the organization and every level, whosoever is in the supervising capacity, he must say optimum utilization of available human resource. So now he must understand available human resource and optimum utilization. That optimum is the right person at the right job. So the clarity of objective is very necessary. What are the expectations of the leader, of the team leader? You are working in a group. Nobody works individual for the organization. It is always a teamwork in the organization. In the hierarchy, even the boss working, his performance is dependent on the team he is having. So there is a triangle, and in this triangle you find the bottom is broader. Because what happens in the organization, when we say skill level, what is performance? I say performance means perform. The basic word is perform. And what do you require for performance? You require knowledge. You require skills. Not these two things, unless and until you have got the ability. You may be intelligent. You may have skills. But unless and until you are being able to utilize and project and come into practice of those skills, so the formula becomes performance is equal to with the basic three ingredients, knowledge, skills and ability. Now these three things come, and thereafter the role comes of a manager for appraising the performance, because performance appraisal is a continuous process. It's not just like that you are seeing the performance and you evaluate in the year last. Though the theories are there, I can say this particular concept of performance appraisal is so old, and so many theories came. You can say 360 degree, you can say bell curve, you can say management by objective, you can say 4 choice, you can say critical incident level, you can say essay writing. So many, I can say about 25 methods are there, different techniques are there to appraise the performance. But the unique thing is in the performance appraisal that nothing is obsolete. None of the practices, none of the theories are obsolete. One way or the other, a manager has to see in a particular situation what kind of technique I need to evolve. I need to practice, I need to adopt. Because I will come back later on about this corona crisis or about the work from home. Let me clear the basis of performance appraisal and where I say not one practice works for well. Not one shoe is fitting all. Because the performance appraisal, the method is to be designed keeping in view of the requirement. What kind of potential I am looking for. And secondly, I am not only appraising the quality of the person, I also noticing the shortfall as a manager across the world in any, whether you are in US or you are in Japan. I am fortunate to travel different countries, about 32 countries so far. I traveled and addressed the people in Africa and South Asia and Middle East and European countries, barring the US, though my books are there in US. So what I practice and I tell the people that performance appraisal, when you are talking about various techniques, about the process, you should not stick to just bookish knowledge. You have to see the requirement of your organization with a view that what is the objective of the organization, how your team is going to achieve that, and whether this performance level, the targets I have set, whether the targets are being met in the time-bound manner or not, and if not, what can be the practices for training can be there, on-the-job training can be outside also, and this is basically, training comes as an offshoot of appraisal system. We know that this employee, one thing I tell you, that in my long career of 4 decades in private sector, in government sector, in aviation industry and other industries, I have seen that none of the employee can be condemned that he is not efficient. It is the responsibility of the supervisor, of the person as a role model to pick up the positives from the subordinate. So now question comes that which technique, people generally ask, sir, what technique we should adopt. I must say across the world, so many things have come. But still in 1954, we came out with management by objective. We are still practicing that because it is more suitable to us, that relates to the, and what is this management objective? It says you key performance areas and key result areas. It talks about that because ultimately you need to have key performance areas and key result areas to be met out by the employees. And what is that? You have to set a target, and it speaks about participative management. The appraisal system is not one way. You as a supervisor needs to be a person who should be helping the person to enhance his performance. You are part of a team. When an employee is working, you have a helping hand. Lot of things are coming. Counseling is there, one-to-one interaction what you prefer, what you would like to do. Let it be his preference, his willing support. Sir, I can do this. And there should be debate on that.
So, Dr. Goel, very well said. I hope our viewers are finding it very helpful to know what is performance appraisal and what is the importance of it. So, I would like to know, my next question is how the system will work with work from home concept, since the pandemic is going on for more than 1 year now and people are very much accustomed now to work from home. So how this concept is going to be applicable with the work from home system? Would you tell the viewers about that?
Yeah, first of all, let me change the concept work from home. Let it be work from anywhere. Work from anywhere.
That's true.
You can go to US and you work for India, you can go to any other country. It is artificial intelligence which is important. And e-appraisal is already there. Last 10 years, we are already having the e-appraisal. You go to any IT sector firm, the employee is not seeing his boss physically. It is there last 10 years I'm seeing. In the IT sector, it was already there that the only benefit what we got today, work from anywhere, is that you are saving at least 3 to 4 hours time every day what you were spending during commuting from there. Secondly, you have got the ease of working from home or anywhere, so you need not bother about the things. You are more comfortable. You are not spending time on other things. The organizations are saving a lot of money in hiring the places, because when you go to the office, a lot of space you are occupying, the air conditioning is there, security is there, catering arrangement is there. All these things have come as a financial saving for the organization when you are doing work from home. And let me tell you, the organizations like TCS, IBM, other IT sector, they are already identifying the jobs, where in the appointment letter itself it will be written that this job is work from home, because they know that artificial intelligence is taking a great place. Last 10 years we were working on that. This corona positive side is that it has accelerated the use of artificial intelligence. In the aviation sector, we were already working for robots. The air traffic controller need not be required. The robots running them. There is no pilot in the aircraft. There is no may I help you counter at the airports. You have got robots. So that is basically ICT, information communication technology, which is to be made in use of that. So instead of feeling about the negatives of this corona crisis, except I will say a person to take precaution about his health, that is very important. Even the US has announced today, the president, that you need not wear the mask. Mask, they say you have got 2 times vaccine you have taken, but my personal view is there in India, the people have taken 2-time vaccine also, still they got the infection. So another 3-4 years, I feel as a man, professional, that precaution about physical contacts need to be taken care. And now work from home means you are concerned with your boss, the organization, through the artificial intelligence. Now a lot of your efficiency depends upon your skills with the ICT, information communication technology. So you have to learn that how to use the gadgets. The modern gadgets are coming. You are doing with your mobile everything. So one has to have the expertise to use the instruments, so the video calling and other things. There may be a lot of handicaps which will come when you are doing work from home. But always look about the positive side, that appraisal system, it was already e-appraisal, and when you are using any system of performance appraisal, your targets are set, you have got the Skype, you have got video calling, you have got all kind of things are there before your laptop or before your mobile, you can be in touch with that. But again, you must remind yourself that IT is not the word. Information technology or computerization and all, there are other applications also. We have got the manufacturing sector, we have got the production, we have got chemical industry, we have got agriculture industry, we have got milk industry. So entire world is not IT. So when we are talking about the work from home, let us see that the HR HR directorate and the other people in the world in the organization have to devise the appraisal systems for the people who were doing the manual job in the factories, who were physically present there in plant and machinery, who were in the manufacturing sector. My heart beats for them because e-appraisal was already there for the IT sector. We talk much more about IT, but we forget about that there are doctors who are doing operations. There are engineers who are in the production field. There are workers who are doing the blue-collar job. There are agricultural workers. There are so many industries are there in Industry 4.0 today where artificial intelligence cannot be utilized so easily. So you have to frame the methodology. You have to see how we can appraise the performance of a person who is not so much literate in the IT, in the computer. Every worker in the world is not having that much education level. Secondly, every worker in the forefront, they cannot afford in developing countries the laptop or the modern gadgets. Thirdly, very important is the support of the IT sector who are maintaining these gadgets. If your Wi-Fi has gone, you are helpless. You become handicapped in the work from home when your system fails. So if power has gone, so you have to have backup systems. So must take precaution from work from home that you have got proper continuous supply of electricity or you have got the dongle, you have got other electronic methods that even if the USB uninterrupted power supply is there, your Wi-Fi connection is there, your video is doing very well and your instrumentation part is very strong, then only your work from home will be successful. So for that, I will say across the world to the organizations that please have the training and development, please have the technical training also. Maybe the training on the computer only. To the people who are not so literate, educate them how to use the electronic gadgets, how to see that you are having Twitter also in a meaningful manner, you are having Facebook also in a meaningful manner, you are having WhatsApp also in a meaningful manner. You have to see the requirement of your organization. And my heart beats for the people who are working at the grassroots level. A large number of workforce is there who are in the manufacturing sector. For them, we have to devise, we have to conceptualize the methodology, how to appraise their performance. Because without performance appraisal, nothing can work.
I must say, Dr. Goel, this was very well described, very well explained the current scenario. So I hope the viewers are finding it very helpful. So to wrap it up, would you like to say something to our viewers? That will be much appreciated.
Yeah, to all viewers, I will say that take the things as these are coming. Don't feel that this corona is making you handicapped. Kindly see the positive side of it. You are saving a lot of 4 hours a day what you were spending in commutation, I already said. Secondly, kindly have the learning thing. Kindly believe that nothing is going to happen if you are crying for that. Rather you feel happy that what good things you can take out from there. How you can utilize the time. So this corona, this crisis is not going to go away very easily now. So you make it as a practice that we have to live. And adaptability is the sign of intelligence, again I repeat. And we must accept this is the way of life. So let us live life with a happy note, smiling face, rather than grieving. I wish all the people the good luck in US, in different states, because this part of the world, we always look for the US. I'm very happy and thankful to Sanjukta who she has given time and given me the platform. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Goel. I greatly appreciate your time. I know you are a busy person and 5 of your new books are going to be published this year, which is incredible. So just to let you viewers, Dr. Goel have already published 20 books and now 5 books are in the pipeline to be published this year. So it's amazing, Dr. Goel, and lot of things to be learned from you. As a multifaceted personality, you have lot to share, and I look forward to learn more from you. Thank you so much.